What's poppin', BSNians? So, I am kind of in love with the Superman and Lois show. And I wanted to talk about it, one, because I just finished watching the entire thing over like the last day and a half. And two, I don't know if you guys noticed, but CW, I guess they're going to be sold. And so, because of that, they canceled a bunch of shows. It was a bloodbath. And of the handful of shows that are remaining, one of them Superman and Lois. So let's get into it, shall we? What I will say right off the bat tonight, you all know I'm hard-pressed to make these kinds of statements. Superman and Lois today is what Smallville was for those of us who grew up in the time of Smallville. We don't really need to get into times and dates and eras because it makes some of us feel kind of old. But Superman and Lois is today's generation of Smallville. Superman and Lois is so wholesome. This Superman is dope. He's someone that you want to root for. You believe that he grew up on the farm. He's just got that good energy. And Smallville Clark had it. And honestly, the only other one who had all these layers to me is Henry Cavill. Ask me about my Henry Cavill Superman 2 pitch. But Superman and Lois, it's dope because like Superman's good. Lois is actually Lois. Like, she is awesome. She's exactly what you would expect someone who is a world-class Pulitzer Prize winning reporter who moved back to the countryside. Not back to, but moves to the countryside. What you would expect her to be, that's how she is. She's sniffing down clues. She's finding out who the bad guy is that's trying to manipulate the town. And probably one of my favorite things is Clark is such a supportive husband. Like, they bring General Lane into this show a lot because that's Lois's dad and he's the head of the DOD. And like, Lois will be going off on her dad, and if Clark thinks it's too much, he'll like kind of pick his head up, and then she'll look at him and he'll just be like, never mind, I'm gonna stand here in the corner and let you do what you do. They're so adorable. And then the teenage boy. So, being myself no longer a teenager, I hate teenage angst. That being said, Smallville was filled with teenage angst. That's what kind of drove the show in between all the superhero stuff. And I gotta say, to be in a time where lots of creators are doing horrible representations of their concept of woke, Superman and Lois did a pretty good job, specifically around mental health issues and how that factors into teen angst. Like, it's so good, and both of the boys they're just great. And one of them has powers, one of them doesn't, one of them's popular, one of them's not. And they work through all that as a family. The show overall also does a riff on the Big Bad of the Week, where it's more like Big Bad every 2 or 3 episodes. But it works. Sure, some stuff is wonky, but I give it an 8 out of 10. Deuces!